we are here again. It's me talking a little bit more about our school process on a character. Thank you very much for the people who has been follow the videos, the likes, the subscriptions. Thanks a lot. I will try to explain, or if somebody has some questions, I'll try to send a message. If you have some questions, please leave there. I will try to answer. As you know, or has been mentioned before, I'm working for a company. A little bit busy, but sometimes I like to school this kind of things for fun and show to the others how to get this nice school around there in this new kind of digital school world incoming, or this new 3D print industry around the world growing now faster and faster every day. But well, if somebody's interested, please follow these videos, and I hope works for you if you're an artist, or if you are a patient artist, or a patient collectible, or a patient about see art things or develops, But well, let's get started. This time I'm going to talk a little bit about this completely whole world on the school, or even in the draw, or in the artist studies. The hands, not complication, interesting exploration about how these amazing creatures that we have at the end of the arm interact with the world, or feels, or react in any kind of movement. I will try to explain a little bit about anatomy, but my main core on school on hand is about observation, analyze some behavior, and analyze lines. As an artist, I prefer see the things about lines, angles, shapes. I know that the anatomy import, but well, the hands has more than 200 things to explore anatomically, anatomically way. If you want to explore tendons, bones, muscles, it's okay. But I prefer go to the drawing and anatomy hand exploration, maybe four. For example, I have here good reference from a book named Drawn Dynamic Hands from a huge artist, George Brickman, I think is the name. Also Andrew Lewis has another interesting drawn anatomy studies showing how the hands are assembled with just cube and small angle lines. Okay, this dynamic expression of the hands are absolutely interesting for me. Sometimes I consider that the hands is completely new character in a diorama, because if you apply the right tension on your hands, you will get a really nice expression connected to the whole body. This sometimes is really difficult. Sometimes you have to experiment a lot doing the sculpts, okay? Because if you are creating a dynamic pose, you have to analyze all the tension on all these hands is working with the rest of the body. Okay, so I want to show a little bit more. This is a school stage that I have here. It's not completely finished. I need to continue exploring, and then I'm going to work a little bit on this hand to show my school process there. And then if you have a little bit more time, I'm going to get the expression of this guy, because it looks really boring for me right now. This is disturbing a little bit right now, because it's a really neutral expression. And see a little bit about the cape, because looking at the composition is another object that we need to explore here, right? The first step for me is create the basic shape for the fingers. Okay, we have this kind of basic reference about the hand. Depends of the position of the hand, depends the position of this shape. If the hand, for example, is totally flat open, you can see if we put the fingers, you need to leave a space to put the fingers that way. You straight up the hand completely, but if you are moving the hands and using the thumb on the small fingers at the end, we call finger, I can't remember the name of this finger in English, the pinny finger. Okay, if you move more or try to put the thumb finger with the small finger together, the hands will create a curvature like this. Yep. But each movement of the fingers create a different shape of your palm hand. Okay. For that reason, you have to pay attention about what do you want to do with your hand. If you want to position where the fingers are doing the stretch or the tension, but the fingers that I want to create to start to school always is I insert cube here in my scene, and now I transform this cube into a rectangle, a long rectangle. Imagine a finger. Try to put your hand in front of you, wherever you are. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you are using your right hand to draw or your left hand to draw, just put the hand in front of you. And notice that the top part of the finger, this top part, I don't have a reference for that, but the top part of your finger, main finger, is totally flat. Imagine that this is a completely flat line, and the part above is has an angle. Okay, so using this trim curve tool, try to get that angle. For this, it's better to turn off the dynamic perspective and maybe use the solo mode here. Turn on the solo mode to work just on this. Okay, and maybe this will be our basic shape for the finger. And now look, the finger pointing directly to you, and is like some kind of square, but has bevels, yeah, or also rounder corners. If you want to do completely symmetry, remember that, turn on, I want to put the local symmetry here. The local symmetry tracked the symmetry to the object that you are working, this button here, local symmetry. And I think that we need not the X symmetry, now we need the C symmetry. So go to the C axis symmetry and turn off X and turn off C. And yep, we have the deep part of the object. X is for the front part, C is for the deep part, the bottom part, not the bottom, yeah, the deepness in the Y X C Y axis here, right? And using the trim curve brush that we already activated here in the trim curve, in the brush palette here in the software. If you want to create a symmetry cut, it's better if you increase this C intensity. Just again push Ctrl Shift to turn on the brush and move this through 100, and then you can have this nice cut intensity. And here I want to try to make a cut about again as well. And this point, let me add a little bit of resolution here. No. Yep. I'm playing again. This intensity. Turn on the symmetry. Yeah, I want these shapes here. Okay. This is my finger shape, the basic finger shape, where you can play with this. Even if you want it, you can divide the finger in 3 parts. Okay, first change this polygroup to just one polygroup, group by visible, group mask here and group mask here. Yeah, you can play with this now. Okay, having this shape, just select the groups. You can start to position or move this basic shape as a finger. And then from here you can start to position your fingers. Okay. Oh, remove symmetry. I always use this because this will give me a nice interpretation about a basic shape. Okay. The second step about posing this, look, I have here all my polygroups. I added some tendons that always are visible. If you try to force your fingers inside you or try to move your fingers and make tension on it, you will notice these tendons are totally visible in the upper part of your hand. So it's good try to mark these tendons as we have here in the drawings, you know. And I just duplicate the hand. When I duplicate, I use this deformation tool to mirror and turn off local symmetry. Sorry. Yep. We have here our hand, and the other hand I just started to pose. Just move the fingers, this basic shape that we create, that I bend into the position that you want it. Even if you want to leave one finger straight, it's okay. But in my case, my idea is this character grab this big horns here and try to open out the mouth. So I need to put tension on the fingers, trying to grab the horns, the teeth. And once I have the position, the ideal is not the final. After this, I start to sculpt